This is an insane report. There is a 40% chance that a Knicks starting player could be traded this offseason. And we're going to break down what player that could possibly be. We're also going to take a look at Mitchell Robinson, who is already in the gym and working on his three-point shot. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on as well too. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. The Knicks could trade a starting player. Major changes could be coming to this team very soon. Recent reports indicate that New York is looking to make a major trade happen this offseason. In order for them to do that, they're going to need to move players. According to The Athletic, there is a 40% chance that one of the players they could move will be a starting player. Shout out to NBA insider with The Athletic, James L. Edwards, for breaking down all of this information for us. According to him, I think there's a 40% chance one of the usual starters isn't on the roster on opening night. The Athletic continues here by stating they expect both Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart to return to this Knicks team next season. That just leaves Karl-Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges as the most at-risk starters to be moved this offseason. Edwards continues here by stating Bridges' contract situation may play a factor in whether he is traded or not. Mikal Bridges is set to make $24.9 million next season in his final year of his deal. As for Towns and Anunoby, Edwards said they are in the same proverbial boat, in that competing teams might want to trade depth pieces to New York to acquire the valuable, highly paid players. According to Edwards, Anunoby and Karl-Anthony Towns are very good players, but both guys have lengthy deals and have dealt with injuries throughout their careers. If you told me New York might try to get off of one of those players, I wouldn't be totally surprised. Shout out to James L. Edwards for dropping this bombshell report. 40% chance one of the starting players could be traded. And out of all of the starters, it's either going to be Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, or Karl-Anthony Towns. Let me say this before we break down which exact starter could possibly be traded. I don't think anybody's going to be traded unless the right trade package is on the table. Honestly speaking, I see the Knicks hiring a new head coach, making some improvements to the bench, adding some more depth pieces, but then running it back with the exact same roster they have right now. Because maybe they feel having a new head coach is all they needed to take this team to the next level. We got to remember, we were this close from the NBA Finals, and maybe this much is a new head coach. We're going to have to wait and see exactly what Leon Rose and this Knicks front office does. But let's just say the right trade is on the table. Then we already know Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Karl-Anthony Towns might be included in a deal to get another impactful player on this roster. Obviously, the New York Knicks are not looking to trade all three of them. They're likely going to trade one and package a few other players along with that player to make an impactful trade. And all the reports out there suggest New York is looking to make a blockbuster trade. If we know New York is looking to make that type of deal, then there's really only one player, one starting player we're talking about here. The most likely starter that's going to be traded this offseason is probably Karl-Anthony Towns. And the main reason for it, his contract. His salary matches up with a lot of the superstar salaries. So if New York is going in that direction, looking to get a superstar player, they're likely going to trade Karl-Anthony Towns. But what if they want two all-stars or a very, very good player? Maybe not a superstar, but definitely a star. Then obviously there are other players they can trade. Maybe at that point, they don't trade Karl-Anthony Towns. They don't trade OG Anunoby. Maybe they trade Mikal Bridges and a couple of other players. Again, we don't know exactly what Leon Rose is going to do, but these players are on the table depending on the trade that's available. And in any superstar trade, you have to figure Karl-Anthony Towns will likely be included in that deal, because there's no way you can add another superstar player to this team without including Karl-Anthony Towns in the deal. I mean, I guess you could, but if you did, you would be gutting this roster of nearly every important player. And then when you get the extra star here, who is he playing with? You don't have a roster anymore. You don't have a bench anymore. And we're limited in cap space. So how are you going to rebuild? These are the questions Leon Rose needs to answer. And right now, he's searching for those answers. And clearly, he understands free agency. He understands the draft. And he understands via trade are the ways to improve this roster. He's going to exhaust all possibilities until he understands and believes that this Knicks team is as good as it can be, at least for right now. Any other moves he needs to make, he is going to be very patient before he makes those moves, because he understands right now we're basically in the offseason. What is he rushing for? What is there to rush at? There's nothing to rush for. The best thing he can do is take his time with each and every decision he's going to make. And one of those decisions is which player he's going to bring back to this team next year. And one of those players has already been spotted in the gym working on his three-point shot. And it's Mitchell Robinson. After what he did for the Knicks during the postseason, he is absolutely returning to this team next season. And clearly, he is working on his game, and we're not even fully in the offseason yet. But I'm pretty shocked. I'm pretty surprised that one of the things he's working on is that three-point shot. But even though he's working on it, it really doesn't look good. He still needs a lot of work. Without further ado, let's roll the clip so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. We're first going to look at the clip, kind of see exactly what Mitchell Robinson is doing and what he's working on. And then afterwards, we're going to play it again, slow it down a little bit, and see exactly what those actions are. Let's go ahead and roll it the first time. There's Mitchell Robinson right there. As you can see, they're taking some three-point shots. I mean, they're going in. They don't look great, but they're going in. Defending over there. Look at where his guy's hand is, man. He doesn't even have to do much. This is just light work for him. It doesn't even matter. Hey, he missed that shot anyways. There's Mitchell Robinson. I don't know what that was. That was a weird little curl move he did. That wasn't actually bad. All right, Mitch, already in the lab. You like to see it. Let's break it down really quickly. I want to look at that three-point shot again because, oh, that did not look good. All right, Mitch, let's see what you're doing here. All right, let's break it down real quick. He goes through his legs. Oh, man, that's bad. Let's take a look again. That's just a throw up. That should not have gone in. Look at this one. That was a little bit better. You see how he took his time with that one? It wasn't great either, but it was a little bit better. He took his time and he didn't rush the shot. This one, rushed, right? Look at this one. Not really that rushed. He's a lot more arc, way better arc, but I mean, it works. And then obviously with the defense, we know what he can do, but let's go to that curl shot when he was driving to the rim. What was this? That didn't look great at all. Let's take another look. Look, it went in. I mean, sure, it went in, but it didn't look good. Now, that move was a sidestep around his opponent that he was able to get by him. I like that. Look, around him, over him, that is a move you like to see. I want to see that move more often during games. I would love to see Mitchell Robinson attack the basket more as well, too. So if he can do that, add that element to his game, the New York Knicks will be a better team because of it. The three-point shots, the working on his arc, yeah, he needs to do a lot of that. Those three-pointers, if he shot them during a regular season game, during a postseason game, he would miss it, he would brick it, and nobody would be happy. But his ability to get to the rim, drive to the rim, and make it look easy, we need more of that Mitchell Robinson. If we get that, even a 20% improvement from what we saw last year to next year, New York is going to be extremely dangerous. Imagine Mitchell Robinson, who's not only getting put back dunks, but now can put the ball on the floor, go around his opponent, and still score. If that's the Robinson we're getting next season, the league better watch out, because this Knicks team might go all the way. Now, I'll be the first one to admit it. What Mitchell Robinson was doing in that workout, some of it looked amazing. Some of it did not belong. And clearly, in some of those parts, he was just having a little bit of fun. So I don't think we should take that workout as his most serious workout. Clearly, there are levels to this. We're not in the offseason yet, and he wants to work on different elements of his game. Nobody can blame him for that. The only thing I would advise him of is just to work on elements of your game that you're actually going to utilize during a game. If you're never going to shoot a three, don't work on it. Work on a hook shot. Work on a back to the basket move. Work on any one of those moves that will help you, your game, and this Knicks team when you're out there. Remember, Mitchell Robinson has a huge impact on defense. On offense, besides getting an offensive rebound and the occasional putback dunk, and sometimes a lob, he needs to be more involved on offense and working on those elements of his game, especially driving to the rim. That's going to make him a better player and in turn make this Knicks team an even better team. It's not all about the trades you make, the draft picks that you get, and also the free agency players you pick up. It's also about the players you keep on this team because you know they're only going to help you. And Mitchell Robinson, clearly, he's a keeper. But what about you guys? What do you think about James L. Edwards stating here that there's a 40% chance that either OG Anunoby, Karl-Anthony Towns, or Mikal Bridges will be moved before opening night? And what about Mitchell Robinson and his workout that he's been doing? Let me know how you feel about all of this in the comments section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.